Well, good afternoon. I'm recording this a little bit late today because I was on a Zoom call today talking trading with a couple great guys, and so um, just getting this done a little bit later than normal. A wild ride. In fact, when I was on my Zoom call for a while there, I didn't know how bad the markets were flushing, but it was really a wild day of trading, and I ended up plus $2,029. So very happy with. I was actually down quite a bit at the start, and then when the flush started happening, I got a lot back. So and then got positive, and but I didn't. I wasn't always positive. I was negative for the day for a while. So my mighty 90s, I had three, and they were all losers. Amazon hurt the worst. Um, then on the runner side, I picked up later in the morning, kind of right about the time I got off the live stream. I picked up some Airbnb downside runner 605, Nvidia 735, Piton 505, and a big one in Tesla. Snap was an upside runner that really hurt, and that actually set me negative from the get-go. But let's take a look at the platform. So let's take a look at Airbnb. Let's see. Airbnb is right here. So in Airbnb, okay, I ended up getting short. The market, let's see, was probably about mid-morning here. It was really starting to flush, and so I was looking for a continuation to the downside runner in Airbnb, and I saw it come up to this, bounce up to this pivot, so I got short, and then wrote it down, and ended up just leaving this on for quite a while. Wrote it down, just slowly getting out of contracts, and ended up when it bounced here, I ended up getting out of all of it. So plus 605 was a good winner there. Amazon. Let me show you Amazon. Okay, so in Amazon, this was really a thorn in my side today. And so in Amazon, I had a mighty 90 set up here, and I actually got long here, hoping that it would, after this mighty 90 set up here where this volume bar is bigger than this one, and it came back down. Actually, you know what? It was this one I got in. I got in right here. But it came down some more. I ended up adding a contract here. It continued to come down. So I was down pretty big here on the bounce up. I got out of one contract, left one contract on and it started to come down again. I got out. So, it was about a $1,200-$1,300 loss turned into minus 513. So got some of it back. Boeing, excuse me, Boeing was, let's go to, where is Boeing? There we go. Oh, Boeing's right here. Okay, so in Boeing, this actually was something that really could have been a bigger winner than, we looked to get. This was a downside runner because of the volume here. So on this bounce, I got short. It rolled over, and then it started to come up. And I got out of some of my contracts here. I started to lose out on profits here. It came back down, and then it started to really bounce. And so I ended up getting out of all my contracts, and so ended up just really being a scratch trade minus $42. But really, if I kept it, it ended up rolling over. Small loser, Disney. So in Disney, this was, okay, trouble with my charts today. So in Disney, it was a mighty 90. I got in right here, and so on this, hoping that it would bounce, ended up rolling over, and so I added to it, got some profits back, and then it started rolling over again, and so I just got out and ended up being a 232 loss, minus 232. Nvidia, this was a nice runner to the downside a little bit later. So continuation runner. So in NVIDIA, I was looking, you know, the market was flushing. I was looking for it to see if it would break through this pivot, and it broke through the pivot. It broke down to this pivot, and I saw this bounce. I got long right here. I'm sorry, I got short. And rode this down to here, and it was a plus 735 winner. Next up was Peloton Pitone. Same kind of thing, really. So I got this really big bar right here. This is the volume bar. And so I was looking for a bounce and got the bounce. Let's see, would have been, I didn't get in until I saw this bounce here and got in at this bounce. It's also a mighty 90 signal, even though it was later in the morning. I liked that it had this two bounces here, and then so I got short, and then it rolled down, and I rode it down. I think I got out somewhere like right in here, but it was plus 505. Then Roku. Now Roku, I didn't profit like Steve did. So in Roku, let's just blow it up. Makes it easier. So in Roku, this was a downside volume runner. That's not what I was looking at today. There we go. So in Roku, I got, it was a downside volume runner. So I'm looking for a bounce, and on the bounce, I got short, and it kind of went back up on me. It went down. It was chopping around and went down. And I lost a lot of profits, and I ended up just getting out of it up here, and instead of holding on to it where it rolled over. So Roku ended up being an $80 profit, where I wish I would have held on to it a little bit longer. Snap. This one, Snapchat. It's dirty Snapchat. Just going to type it in there. Leave it here big so you can see it. Snapchat. So for Snapchat, we thought it would be an good upside runner here, but sometimes when the markets are like they are today, they just flushed. It's not, the strategies just don't always work. So, but we ended up getting long right here, hoping it would bounce up, and it just flushed down. I got, I think I was out by this. I didn't even catch much of this bounce here. I ended up getting out down here. I caught a little bit. I think I got some back on this. Got out probably right about here. Thinking it was going to roll back over, but minus 948, so not good. Tesla, $1,817. And so Tesla, I was looking for a bounce for a continuation to the downside, and so I found the bounce right here. And so it didn't work. It worked out a little bit, not real big to start, but I was in for a couple contracts. It came down here. I was out of 10%. It bounced, and I just held on to it. I think he might have even added when it got up here, and then it rolled back down, and I ended up getting out somewhere. I was done by noon, so it's somewhere right in here. So $1,817 for Tesla. Really good one there. Uber. In Uber. So in Uber, so downside volume runner. So got a bounce right here, got short, and rode this down, and I ended up getting out for $155 profit. I didn't hold it very long. It bounced, rolled back over, but it had this big bar here, so we got the bounce. Got short. I probably got short right about here, and then it rolled down $155. And then Zoom, I didn't take advantage of Zoom either, like Steve did. And so, Zoom for me started out as a mighty 90, right here where, thinking it's going to get long. I got long, and it got out of some. I never, chopped around. The theta started decaying. I never really got into the downside runner. He turned it into a downside runner and caught this downside, but I was out probably somewhere in here. I never got in on the downside, and um, I ended up losing $133. Mostly, I think it was just the theta decay with this choppiness. So anyway, that was all my trades for today. So very good. I take it, thanks to these kind of downside runners towards after 10 a.m. today. So plus $2,029 and one more day of February. So looking forward to finishing out tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. Peace.